So right here in front of me, I have over 25 of the best selling fragrances in the world. I've worn these fragrances multiple times over the last year, and my goal in today's video is to re-rank these fragrances, not so much based on their sales, but based on their quality. But how do you define quality? Yeah, that's the hard part. Well, I'm trying to take the view of the guy that's going out there and buying his first few fragrances. And what are the things he's going to look at? First up, we've got price. And yes, I know if you're into fragrances, you're like, come on, that's one of the least important things. But if you're new to fragrances, you're getting into this. Price is one of the first things on your mind because you're trying to justify, you're trying to measure out, even if you've got money, you don't like to waste money, and you've never really spent good money on a fragrance. So you're very careful, and price is important. The second thing, versatility. And I know you frag heads out there, your minds are blowing. Come on, Antonio, this doesn't matter. It does to the guy that's starting off because he's thinking, I want one fragrance that can do everything. Maybe I'll get two. He's not looking to become, a guy like me that's got 300 of these fragrances lying around. And the third criteria, what do other people think? I know fragrance heads are like, come on, wear it for yourself, Antonio. When you're getting into fragrances, remember, people don't wear it for themselves because they don't know really what they want or what they like. They're wearing it to get compliments. Yeah, that cute girl in the office to notice them. They want to wear it and for their wife to say something great about it. They want to wear that and even have other guys say, wow, man, you smell good. So that being the three criteria, let's start this ranking. So let's start things off with fragrances that did not crack the top 25. Honorable mentions. Creed Aventus. Yes, this is usually number one on so many guys' lists. It didn't even crack the top 25. Why? Price. That's what handicapped it. Yes, it's versatile. This is something you could wear in the office. It could be your go-to signature fragrance. And you're going to get compliments. People will like this. But the price, $300, even on discounters. It's just too expensive for the guy just starting off, and that price right there handicapped this fragrance. Similar story here with Bleu de Chanel. An amazing fragrance. I think it's versatile. It's going to get you compliments, but the price and also the availability, you're never going to find a discount on this. And if you do, it's usually for something used or maybe a counterfeit. Point being, it's a great fragrance. Absolutely love it. But it's not going to crack the top 25 because of price and unavailability at discounters. Terre d'Hermes, one of my favorites. Again, handicapped by price because there are so many great options that are well under $100. And you're going to be lucky to find this at $100 or just above. If you buy this retail, you're going to pay quite a bit more. It's an amazing fragrance. I love it. Very versatile. You're going to get compliments. Women especially like this one, but the price handicapped it. Price also got Dior Sauvage. It's a great fragrance, and you can even find this one at discounters, but the discounts aren't usually going to be that much. It's a great fragrance, very common. It is going to be something that's relatively versatile, but price again just killed this. Next up, we've got Mugler's Amen, and price did not kill this one. You can find it at discounters. To me, it's its lack of versatility. It's an amazing fragrance, a unique fragrance, and I think it deserves its rank as one of the best sellers out there, but it's a very polarizing fragrance. It's unlike anything else out there. It's a gourmand, which basically, gives you a feeling of food. That's not a bad thing. Women love when you smell like chocolate and cookies, believe me. Yeah, just so many guys, this isn't probably going to be the first thing they're going to go for. It wouldn't even probably be in their top 5, so that's why it's not in the top 25. Now, this fragrance has no issue with price. It's actually incredibly inexpensive over on discounters. The issue with this fragrance is it's too popular for its own good. So nothing embodies the late 1980s and 1990s like Drakkar. This fragrance right here, it's just so recognizable that I couldn't put it in the top 25. And the same with both of these CK fragrances, Obsession and Eternity. They're very affordable. They're also relatively versatile, but they are just going to remind people of the 1990s. Coming in at number 25, YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme. So you're going to see this fragrance out there hyped, and it is a solid fragrance. I think this is a beautiful fragrance. My issue with it is price. It's not as expensive as some of those other fragrances I showed you. Also, you're going to find that it's not going to last super long. But that being said, it's an amazing scent. This is a great if you're going to go on a date, if you want something you can just wear around the office, not offend anybody. When people get close, this is a fragrance that's going to be discovered, not announced. I think this would be a solid fragrance if you're looking to get started. That's why it made our top 25. Coming in at number 24, we've got Burberry For Men. This is a woody, aromatic, solid fragrance. I put it at number 24 because it's affordable. It is versatile. It's not their best fragrance, but I think it's a solid one. If you like a bit of mint, especially at the opening, you like a little bit of sandalwood, you like wood, this is a great fragrance for you. So coming in at number 23, we've got Armani Code. So I had to give it a little bit of a knock because of the price, although if you look at discounters, you look around, you can find this on sale. If you spend retail, it's going to be pricey, well up close to $100. What I love about this fragrance is it's deep, it's rich, perfect for the fall, winter, even the spring. This is an amazing fragrance. Again, if you want something for the cooler months, solid entry at number 23. Coming in at number 22, we've got Tommy Hilfiger's Tommy. And I know some of you guys are thinking, come on, Antonio, double standard here. You knocked your car and some of those other fragrances from CK for being too much of the 1990s. Yes, the Tommy Hilfiger was an icon of the 1990s, but this one is a masterpiece by Alberto Marias. This is just a clean, non-offensive fragrance that I don't think got overplayed. Abercrombie and Finch's Fierce, yes, that one is very recognizable. They sprayed that all over the shops in the 90s. This one, not so much. And because of that, I think it can still be pulled off, and it's incredibly cheap. So it's versatile, cheap, and your friends are going to get compliments. Guys, that's why it's number 22 on this list. Now, really quick, if you're just getting into fragrances or maybe you've been collecting them for a while, I think we can all agree there are tons of options, tens of thousands of choices. It can actually be pretty overwhelming. A lot of us simply want a foundational set. We're saying, wouldn't it be nice if I just had 3 fragrances and they covered the bases? I could start with this and then build off of them. And wouldn't it be nice if I had like an email sequence coming to me that explained to me the basics of fragrances and understanding the notes, what I was smelling, so that I could build off of that foundation? Well, guys, you don't have to imagine it. I am making that right now. Check this out. This is my new fragrance line, Mission Fragrances. Courage, honor, commitment. Guys, I'm going to be coming out with these fragrances here in the next few months. If you want to learn more, guys, down in the description of today's video, I'm going to link to a secret video. I'll also link to it at the end of this video, in which I will go into more detail talking to you about Mission Fragrances. I've got an early bird list you can get on, and I'm going to start sharing this information. Help me develop it. Feel free to email me if you want. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm even looking to bring somebody on to help me develop this out. So if you love fragrances, you love business, we should talk. I'm excited about this, guys. And if you want to learn more, again, that video will be down in the link, basically, or in the description of today's video. You get the point. And speaking of being cheap, versatile, and non-offensive, and getting compliments that people get up close, CK1. So there were a couple other CK fragrances I know I had as honorable mentions. What I love about this house is its affordability. And I easily could have put B in here, but this is the one, it's one of the top sellers, easily in the top 5 worldwide. And good reason, because it is just so simple, so clean. You're not going to be projecting a whole lot, but if you're in an office in which they say no fragrances, but you still want to wear fragrances, this would be one that you could probably slip in, and to me is just really a great all-around fragrance, and that's why it's high on the list at 21. Coming in at number 20, we've got Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male. This one actually been around since the mid-1990s. This one right here, great if you're going out, you're going to be on a date, you're going to hit the club. Ultra Male, some people say, is a lot better. I'm going to say that this one just sells better. That's why it's on this list. So if you like this one, maybe check out Ultra Male as well. I did not put it super high because of price, especially if you're going to buy retail. You can find it on discounters for a lot less, but a strong, just great fragrance, and that's why it makes the top 20. Coming in at number 19, Jimmy Choo Man. And this one may surprise a lot of people because it doesn't get the best reviews. A lot of people say, oh, this is really plain Jane vanilla. And that's actually why I think it's great to have on this list, because it's going to be perfect for the office. Very versatile. You will get compliments. It is something that's relatively inexpensive if you buy it at a discounter. Don't buy it retail. Point being, just put on a little bit more. If you don't want to put on more, you want to wear it more sparingly, and you can find the Intense. Go for that one. I like that one a little bit better, but this one right here is one of the top sellers out there, so I did want to put it on this list, and I think it comes in nicely at number 19. Coming in at number 18, Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Now, Paco Rabanne is known for their flashy bottles. I think it's actually great marketing. Anytime you see this, you're going to remember it. It isn't a fragrance I go to all the time, but I do think, and I love that it's a very crowd-pleasing scent. If you go for one of the flankers, especially Privé, one of my favorites, I've had women come up and just ask me what I'm wearing. So when it comes to the compliment factor, people liking it, the versatility, I'd say it's a little bit lacking on versatility, hence why it's not in the top 10. And price, you can find some really great deals if you look for it on discounters. Next up on our list, we've got Versace's Dylan Blue. So a lot of guys think this is one of the most versatile fragrances out there. You see a lot of people in forums saying, hey, if I only had to choose one fragrance, I would go with this one. I do think it's going to become dated though, so I'm not going to put it as high on the list as I could have, but you can find some awesome prices. It's going to be a crowd pleaser, a very versatile fragrance, hence why it's on this list. And that's why it's a bestseller. Coming in at number 16 is a usual suspect on many of my lists, Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Now, I prefer, this is the EDT. I do prefer the perfume. I think it's just a little bit stronger, a little bit sexier. But this one right here, this is a warm, great fall winter fragrance. You can even wear it in the spring on a cool day. So versatility, not year round, but one that you want something you're going to get close to a woman. You just want to relax. This is a great fragrance for you. I didn't put it higher on the list because it is a little bit pricier. You can find some great discounts if you look at discounters, but if you buy this at retail, it really just kind of knocks it down. It isn't the cheapest fragrance out there. Coming in at number 15, we've got Prada L'Homme. And this one right here has got neroli. This is a floral, but it's not an overpowering floral. It's incredibly versatile. I have to admit, it's not one of my favorites, and I didn't put it super high on the list because it can be expensive, but so many people out there sing the praises of this fragrance, and it is something that is, if you're in a duty-free shop, you can go in there and you can test it. Relatively easy to find. Probably Prada's #1 seller. Just maybe not my cup of tea because I'm not really a floral fragrance guy, but one that should be on your radar. Next up on our ranking of bestsellers, we've got the #1 seller from Polo, and that is their Red. Now, this is relatively a new fragrance. I think in the last 7 years, this one just came out, but this is a sweet, just a really nice fragrance, a crowd pleaser. Hence why it's Polo's #1 seller, even though green I think is probably a better fragrance. In my opinion, this one sells a lot more. Blue and black are great too, but this one right here, simply because it's sweet and it's a crowd pleaser. And if you like fragrances like that, that are versatile, that people are going to like, go for it right there. The only thing, don't pay retail for this one. Again, you can find it on discounters, so look for it there. Next up on the list, we've got Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue. This is a citrus aromatic. It's a little bit spicy. It's got a wide variety of different citruses in it, so it's going to smell just really clean, really fresh. It's got versatility. You can wear this to the office. You can wear this out on a date. Not one of my favorites. I don't know, just really doesn't do much for me. But again, I see it ranked so high by so many other reviewers. I wanted to bring it to your attention, but I'm not going to put it in the top 10. That being said, it is a good fragrance from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. Coming in at number 12, we got Acqua by Armani. Now, when it comes to sales, this is probably easily top 10 worldwide, and it's been that way for over 20 years for good reason. Alberto Maria's, this is considered to be his #1 masterpiece. The guy's put a lot of great other fragrances out there, but this one right here is the perfect summer fragrance. That being said, the price is going to be a lot higher than a lot of the fragrances I have higher on this list. And I do think it's maybe seen its best days. There's so many different options out there, but if you want an aquatic fragrance, you want something that is not going to offend anyone and be very versatile, maybe you wouldn't be able to pull this off in the winter, but it is a little bit pricier, so it's not my top 10, but a solid fragrance, a classic, a masterpiece. Next up on the list, we've got Montblanc's Legend. So if you're familiar with Abercrombie's Fierce, this thing was a legend in the 1990s. People loved it. This is a toned down version of that. And this one, you can, if you look around, you can find some good deals on this at discounters. This fragrance right here is very unique. At the same time, it's a crowd pleaser. This is just a beautiful fragrance, hence why I've got it so high on the list. It's not going to be the cheapest fragrance out there, but I do think it's one that you should add to your arsenal. If you're looking just to get started, it's going to be, yeah, just a beautiful fragrance. That's why I've got it up on this list. Now, really quick, before I get into my top 10, I want to talk about Club de Nuit Intense Man. This is one of the top selling fragrances out there, but I decided not to include it in the ranking because it's a clone of Creed Aventus. That being said, it's an amazing clone of Creed Aventus, and that's why it's easily one of the top selling fragrances out there for a fraction, literally 1/10 the cost of Creed Aventus. You can get something that smells just like it. I know some of you guys say there's a little bit of difference, but I would say that I really cannot tell the difference. It's that good. So yeah, Club Nuit Intense Man, check it out. Coming in at number 10 is a fragrance I've talked about many times before, and that is Burberry Touch. I love this one, incredibly versatile. We've got the violet. Musk is really what sets it apart, and that musk has it stick around. It makes it 4 seasons, in my opinion. You've also got some tonka bean and just a really nice base. This is a workhorse fragrance, and that's why it's in the top 10. Coming in at number 9, we've got Coach for Men. This one could have easily been a little bit higher, a little bit lower. At this point, guys, I'm really cutting hairs, but I would say I just love this fragrance. And this, again, is going to be a crowd pleaser. I'm not going to say it's the most unique fragrance out there. It's not. It's very similar, actually, to Jimmy Choo Man, especially the intense version. But this one just a little bit fruitier, sweeter than the Burberry Touch, and one of my favorites. Coming in at number 8, Issey Miyake's L'Odyssée pour Homme. This one's been around for coming in on 30 years. What's interesting about this fragrance is every year they come out with a different flanker, but the original is still the one to beat. It is a stronger citrus. That's what I love about this one. A lot of citrus fragrances, they die really quick. This one does not. This one will stick 6 to 8 hours, so it's got longevity, and it's an amazing deal because it's been around so long and actually not that common, so that's why it is high on the list. Coming in at number 7, we've got Nautica Voyage. So this is one that often surprises people because it's so darn cheap. Seriously, well under 20 bucks. And if you're just getting started, you want to test out a fragrance you can easily find that's going to last you a long time and get you compliments, Nautica Voyage is where it's at. This is just a nice smelling, fresh fragrance that is going to get you compliments, is incredibly inexpensive, hence why it is high on this list. Coming in at number 6, we've got Azzaro's Chrome. This one been around for over 25 years and still gets amazing reviews. Some people say, oh, it's too synthetic. Other people say that's actually one of the reasons I like it. It's going to be great year round. This is an aromatic citrus. So what that means, it's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of, flowers mixed in with the citrus. It's going to help it last longer. Tons of guys swear by this. So that's why I've got it number 6 on the list. All right, Jen, so now we're in the top 5. All of these fragrances I'm talking about, I think are amazing, even though some people will say they're overplayed. So Versace Eros, usual suspect, tons of lists. But if when you look for how much you're getting for the price, the versatility, this one is very hard to beat. I'm not going to say that this is the best office fragrance, but I am going to say that if you wear it, sparingly, you can keep it close, keep it a nice scent. But if you want to project, you can put on a few more sprays, and this thing is going to project. It's going to last a long time. Yes, if you know fragrances, you're going to recognize this as one of the most recognizable fragrances out there. I still think if you're getting into fragrances, this is one of the ones that you want to try. It's a great deal. You can find it really nice prices at discounters, or if you're just traveling through an airport looking at duty free, you're going to be able to sample it. That's why I've got it so high on this list, because it is just out there. It's solid. It's a good fragrance. Coming in at number 4, we've got the iconic Davidoff's Cool Water. This one, for the price, is very difficult to beat. It's an amazing oceanic smell. A lot of people actually reminds them of green Irish tweed. I will say that this is just a solid fragrance that's been a bestseller for decades, and for good reason. It is just simply, it projects, it's strong, it's inexpensive. If you're looking to get started, you want something perfect for the summer, you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is the fragrance for you. Coming in at number 3, I've got Azzaro's Wanted. Now, I also have Wanted by Night, which is a flanker, and I love that one a bit more than this one, but I put this high on the list for the guy just starting off. You can find this at a very reasonable price, and this is a really nice fragrance. You're going to get compliments. It's versatile. Yeah, it's made more for wearing out casual situations, but you could still pull this off in the office if you didn't go crazy on the sprayer. I mean, it's just a really nice fragrance, and the bottle, for so many guys, is going to be, that seals the deal. They're going to love the look of this, and believe it or not, the bottle has a big effect when you're just getting started. Whether or not you like something, you want it to look cool on your shelf, you want it to smell great, you want it to be at an affordable price, and this checks all the boxes. Coming in at number 2, I've got Lacoste L.12.12. This fragrance right here, it's a very light fragrance. What I love about this fragrance right here, if you're just getting into fragrances, it's incredibly inexpensive, and it's one that you don't even feel is there. You're going to get compliments. People are going to pick up on it. But for a guy just getting started with fragrances, this is a solid bottle to buy. Maybe winter, it's not going to be the most versatile fragrance there, but I like this because a guy can really have fun with this fragrance. He's not going to offend anyone, and for that reason, I've got it really high up on the list. It's a very light scent, but one that I just love the smell of. All right, guys, drum roll. So what is my number one fragrance on the list? And here it is, Versace's Manna Fresh. When it comes to versatility, compliments, and just simply a great price, it's hard to beat this one. And you can argue, and I want to hear you guys down in the comments. I want to see you get out of control. What fragrance should have been at the top of this list? Again, remember, we've got the criteria, and this is for top sellers. I didn't talk about niche fragrance. I didn't talk about some of my favorite fragrances, which are not in the top 25. Point being, so had some limitations. So let me know down in the comments, get out of control down there. And if you want to hear more about my project over at Mission Fragrances, you want to check out this video right here. Honor, courage, and commitment. These are the fragrances I'm going to be coming out with. And if you want to hear more about conditioning and the science of style and smell, yeah, you want to go check out this video right here. Okay, getting tired of holding this up? Yeah, go check it out right here.